Good evening, everybody, and welcome on to Dunning Field on the campus of New Canaan High School, where tonight we have the first round of the CIAC matchup between the New Canaan Rams and the Killingly Redmen. Tonight, the Rams will be hosting the Redmen here at Dunning Field, and man, is it a chilly one. I'm joined alongside in the booth, to my right, Ethan Bonner and Ryan Bell. Guys, what can you tell us about this game? Obviously, New Canaan comes off a strong win against Darien. Killingly comes off a bunch of wins in a row to put them in this position where they have a chance to come in and take out one of the stronger teams in Class L.
Yeah, John, I think we'll start with New Canaan first. 9-1 record coming into this game, obviously with a big winning streak after losing to Shelton in their first game. The Turkey Bowl win on Thursday, huge momentum for the Rams, obviously 31-17. But really, these 9 games for New Canaan, this whole stretch, it's been dominant performances. Obviously, Alex Benevento, we're going to be calling his name the whole night, but obviously 3 touchdowns against Darien, almost had a 4th, so I'd expect him to do a lot today, but expect New Canaan to be doing good today.
And for Killingly, they have a record of 7-3 out of 10 games. They are led by their star running back, Soren Reef, who has 330 carries for 2,362 yards. He is averaging 7 yards a carry and 236 yards per game. He is the leading back of the offense and overall just the entire offense at this point. Their quarterback, Quinn Sumner, only has 76 pass attempts, 35 completions. They rely on their running back a lot, and I think that's what we're going to see tonight.
Yeah, I think that's where the game is going to be won tonight. Whoever wins that line battle is going to have that advantage. You know, if Killingly can get the ball running, get the ball going, they got to be able to do that. Talk about it. If they can't run the ball, they're going to have troubles on the offensive side, especially against this Rams defense that's always ready to strike. It seems like they always come and perform when they are asked to, and you know they're always consistent. Like you talk about it, they don't give up many points and they score a lot of points. You mentioned since the second half of their first game loss against Shelton, they've outscored opponents 387 to 87. So what about that number? I mean, the Rams defense has just been so dominant, and we saw it at the Turkey Bell, Ryan, and you were there.
Yeah, I think New Canaan, it's really offense, defense, and especially special teams on the Turkey Bowl really surprised me. Obviously, you know, the first kickoff return of the game, that was a touchdown. First play of scrimmage for New Canaan, Alex Russi took it 81 yards to the house. I think for New Canaan, starting strong is just the key for the Rams. You know, these last 9 games, they've been able to do that, unlike Shelton, you know, in that first game. But I think for New Canaan, if they can do it in all 3 aspects tonight, which I think they can, obviously, you know, if they can do it against Darien, you know, you're playing Killingly, I think they can do it today, but that's how you got to start strong for the Rams.
Yeah, you said it the best. I think New Canaan coming off their Turkey Bowl victory on Thursday, 31-17 against a hard-fighting Darien team. They set a lot of history throughout that game, and we'll start with Tucker Stevens, who was the former Darien kicker. He was the first player in Turkey Bowl history to score for both New Canaan and Darien. And you have the opening kickoff, like you talked about, with Alex Benevento. He had the 3rd longest return in program history. And then you have the 80-yard run by Alex Russi, who was the 4th longest run in program history, along with the 8th longest Turkey Bowl rush. And I think we're going to see a lot of that today. And I think you said the key is to keep that momentum going. And if they do that, start off hot, they're going to get themselves into the second round of playoffs.
Yeah, you talk about it. Look at the way New Canaan came out and took control of that game early on. Obviously, some will call it luck that Benevento housed that first ball. But he's been doing it all year. You talk about it. He has 4 pick sixes on the defensive side of the ball, and then on the offensive side of the ball, he has just been everywhere. Such a key part of this offense, rushing, passing, in the passing game. He gets those extra yards when you need him to. Then you got that backfield of Cooper Smith and Dylan Pryor. Obviously, Dylan Pryor is out tonight after that injury, but Cooper Smith has just been on a tear recently. It seems like whenever they need him to get those yards, on those 3rd and shorts, 2nd and 10, 1st and 10, he's able to get 10 or more yards. So he's averaging a lot more yards than he really needs to. He can break free a couple of times. We saw him break free a couple of times. So you see it in all aspects on this Rams team, from the passing to the run game, but both teams are dominant run teams.
Yeah, I think Cooper Smith, as the Rams about to take the field here, coming out of the gate. But I think for Cooper Smith, it's not even rushing the ball. It's those screen passes, right? Even if it's 2nd and long, if you can get 10 yards on those chunk plays for New Canaan, that's all they got to do, especially receivers. Sophomore Andrew Esposito, here come the Rams out in the field right now. But the sophomore Andrew Esposito, expect a big night from him, one of the top pass catchers Obviously, you got guys like Will Langford and Alex Rusty when he's not playing quarterback. He'll line up at wide receiver. So New Canaan, they got to find their playmakers tonight.
Yeah, they really rely on their screen plays and their short passes. I mean, you don't really see New Canaan throw the ball deep. Maybe you'll see it 10, 15 yards at most a game. But we talked about the players that are here tonight that are active. Let's talk about one of the senior captains for the Rams that aren't playing, and that's Owen Lyon. He didn't make an appearance either in the Turkey Bowl. He's dealing with ammonia. And if the Rams do win and make it to Sunday, it looks like he will be available, but that's going to be a big loss, and there's going to be some gaps that are going to have to be filled.
Yeah, you talk about it. That's going to be a big loss, Owen Lydon, but they got replacements in to kind of help that pain. And that defense is so solid, but losing that Bowden commit is definitely rough. And as we take a look at Alex Benevento, who we talked about, a really true star, a senior captain, obviously was held out last year because of his broken arm, but then came back this year ready to dominate, and he has done just that. As we see the captains go up, it'll be interesting to see who wins the coin flip. Coin flip could really impact the game.
Yeah, I think also, I'm going to notice this right now, no student section for New Canaan. So, you know, I mean, we obviously got the parents here, the crowd supporting. So, you know, maybe a little less support for the Rams, but it's a cold Tuesday night. So, all that. But, hey, we thank everyone watching on NCTV, you know, listening to us. We appreciate that. A little cold outside. So, hey, we can't blame you for not going to the game, but listening to us, we'll appreciate that.
Yeah, a little bit cold. It is 29 degrees at the start of game time. That is pretty chilly. And we just saw some quick flurries. Before we get started, take a minute to hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. You can find us, our socials on Instagram at NCTV78, as well as Twitter and YouTube, which you're watching on now, all at NCTV78. You can tune in for many live broadcasts, and we're really thrilled to join you to another one here between New Canaan and Killingly.
I see Killingly won the toss. They elected to defer. So New Canaan, they're going to start it here. And I think first drive against Darien, it was the Rusty touchdown on the first play. So it's going to be interesting to see how New Canaan's going to start this game. Everyone getting hyped on the sideline right now.
Yeah, you love to see it. Both teams huddling on the field right now. And I think this is what happened in the Turkey Bowl. I think New Canaan's going to get the ball first. And I think they want to start off strong. And if that's not a kick return, I think they want to get that run game going, those screen passes early. But before that, I think we should start to get those score predictions going. I'm going to start here. I think the Rams, their home turf. Killingly had to drive almost 2.5 hours to get here. I think they're a little bit they're tired out from the bus ride. I'm going to go the Rams 31 and the Killingly 10.
And I'm going to go New Canaan 28-17. And here we got the Star-Spangled Banner.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
Both teams out of the field, out on the field. Coin toss done in. National anthem already played. Now we got some time for some football. The New Canaan Rams 9-1 hosting the Killingly Redmen, who's come in at a record of 7-3, and they are the 8th seed. New Canaan, obviously the 2nd seed.
Yeah, I think New Canaan, I think they're going to prove themselves here today. I mean, they're the 2 seed hosting the 7 seed, and I think there are a couple keys to the game I think we should quickly talk about here for both sides of the team. And I think for New Canaan, I think we talked about it, Ryan. We talked about how they need to start early. They need to get the ball moving down the field quickly, whether that's through the kickoff, whether that's through the run plays, that's whether through the screen game. But if you're Killingly and you want to rely on Reef and run the ball, I think you're going to have to get some key stops. And I think that's pressing up on those receivers, getting first tackles and not letting them break out of them to get these first downs. And I think that's going to be really key for Killingly if they want to start off strong.
Yeah, and obviously in the backfield, you got Alex Benevento and Cooper Smith ready to return the kickoff. It'll be interesting to see whether Killingly decides to kind of squib kick it or send it off deep and give the Rams a chance to return it. Obviously, they've proven they're dangerous so far.
Yeah, maybe try not to make the same mistake Darien made on that first kickoff, and Benevento housed that. So we'll see how, Killingly is going to want to play this kick short or, boot along to Benevento, maybe target Cooper Smith.
And we are off here at Dunning Field. That's Benevento receiving the squib kick, and he can find some room on the outside. Inside, breaks the tackle. Another one, and he's got it.
Oh my
Benevento
goodness.
houses it.
Come on,
for
no.
the second game in a row on an opening kickoff. That one probably more impressive than the first one. Breaks about 3 tackles, finds some room on the left side closest to the press box here, and brings it down and scores.
That's 2 games in a row for Benevento. Killingly went different than Darien, just tried to squib kick it. It does not matter. Got into the hands of Benevento, and he took it all the way down.
I mean, who wrote the script? I just got to say this for the Darien game, for this game. These script writers are fantastic. I'm just kidding, of course. But Alex Benevento, you kick it short. Whether you're going to kick it long, he's going to take it to the house. It's a rough start for Killingly. They got to get this momentum back somehow.
And here is Tucker Stevens going to attempt the extra point. Has been money so far this season, so we'll see if he can put another one through the uprights. And that one is good. New Canaan now up 7-0 early on in this game. Only 14 seconds and they find themselves in the dominant position, up 7-0. Really taking control, and here's Benevento, as you see on the replay.
We have technical difficulties there on the replay. But I think Killingly now, they're going to get their first possession here. And I think if you want to try, let's get the run game going with Soren Reef, right? That's their whole foundation of their offense. If that doesn't work on first and second down, they're going to have to go through the air. And the New Canaan Rams have some really good DBs like Connor Mazza, who's going to press up high. And I think they're going to have to really develop this run game. And I think they have a good chance here, even though New Canaan has a really tough D-line.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Connor Mazza, also Alex Benevento, right? He's just scoring. Now he's got to get back there for defensive back. Remember, he had a pick 6 last game. Unfortunately, it was called back due to a flag. He almost had the hat trick of touchdowns against Darien. So expect him to maybe try and get another pick 6 tonight.
And here is Reef in the backfield going to want to return this one about at the 10-yard line with his teammate. And Tucker Stevens will be kicking it off. A bunch of the Killingly band members seem to be showing up right now. They're showing out for their team.
They're going to look at the scoreboard and say, oh, we're down 7-0. What happened here?
14 seconds in, I think Killingly, see what happens here on the kickoff by Tucker Stevens.
Here is Stevens kicking it away from Reef. That's going to be returned. Find some space on the left side.
Good burst of speed there to get him to past the 40-yard line. New Canaan's just quicker, but that's a good start if you're Killingly. You may not have gotten the touchdown, but you're going to set up their offense with a great field position to hopefully get points on the board early.
Yeah, that was Hayden Allard. Another one of these running backs, obviously Soren Reef, but Hayden Allard, 58 carries, 489 yards, and 6 touchdowns. So if it's not, Soren Reef, then sometimes Allard can kind of take the load off of him.
And you can see his brother, Hunter Allard, really in the receiving game when they choose to throw the ball. In the stretch formation, try to get it to Reef, bottled up by the New Canaan defense.
Yeah, it's just a great block shed there by that New Canaan D-line. Obviously, they got Carter Seipel, they got Miles Chisholm, they got Walter Schmitz, and for this game, they moved Carter Seipel to nose tackle. Their center, obviously, he's 5'9", 180 pounds. I think the Rams are going to really try and get ahead of him and get in the backfield early, and I think that's the way to do it. They got a strong D-line. They're second behind the sticks.
And New Canaan's going to load the box, have some motion. And another handoff, bottled up by the Rams. Saw some motion there by Lamont. As we'll take a look at that big hit on Reef.
Yeah, the front seven for New Canaan. I mean, if they can just start strong and continue that for the whole game, then Killingly's going to have nothing, right? The Redmen, they rely so much on Soren Reef that if they have to pass the ball, they're just going to really be unable to because the New Canaan secondary is so good. So if the New Canaan Rams front seven is able to stop Soren Reef, expect Killingly to have a tough time tonight.
Yeah, Quinn Sumner, he's not having that bad of a season despite only throwing the ball 76 times. He has 571 passing yards and 7 touchdowns and 1 pick. Let's see what he does here.
And here's the handoff, the fake handoff. As Sumner drops back, it's going to be sacked.
Yeah, that was the sophomore, Michael Harrison, on there. He's been seeing some more minutes these last few weeks due to injuries on the defensive line, but he's been working hard at practice. Obviously, he was a captain on the freshman team last year, and now Michael Harris making that transition over to varsity with a big-time stop right there.
A big-time stop, and if you're Killingly, you can't find yourself in 3rd and 11 when you're trying to run the ball. That's never going to work out well for you.
Yeah, that's the perfect start there if you're New Canaan. You get the kick return off on the first play, and then you got him behind the sticks on 4th down. Here we go.
And there was the kick away. That ball keeps rolling back.
Yeah, not the best punt off the foot there, but he got a friendly roll there, so it's going to pin New Canaan back in their own territory.
Here we go. So we got New Canaan now. And let's take a look at this replay of the sack on that 3rd down here.
Sumner trying to get really out of the pocket, out of the pressure.
Technical difficulties there in the replay, but if you're a New Canaan fan here, what do you want to see from the Rams offense on this first play for them, despite being up 7-0 already?
Yeah, I think for New Canaan, you just got to get into it slowly, obviously, with the offense. I mean, last game, I guess I can't really say that, how they started that, but maybe just a few handoffs. We'll see to Cooper Smith, and I will be wrong. Swing pass out to Smith.
Here is Smith to the corner. Going to be tackled low.
And that's what we talked about, right? We just said the quick screen plays, the motions. That's what New Canaan likes to do. And when they're in this comfortable situation, this comfortable lead, that's what they're going to lean on heavily. And I think Killingly is going to catch on to that, and they're going to have to switch up what they're going to do.
Yeah, and that was Peyton Wallace on the tackle at receiver. They're making the good tackle on the defensive end. Canaan with the 2nd and 6.
There's Cooper.
There's Cooper Smith finding some space.
They're going to say
like
he stepped out.
Yeah.
Looked like he had some breathing room there. Unfortunately stepped out. But even a big gain there. You saw he found some space on the edge, able to get the 1st down.
Yeah, we get a lot of credit to these skill position players, but I want to give a shout out to this O-line. They got out there, they really got some good blocks out for him, and he had green grass way in front of him.
Benevento lined up in the gun.
Benevento with the fake pass finds some more open space. The little misdirection and broke the tackle off of Aiden Lamott.
He's going to be tackled at the 5-yard line. Good second effort there by that Killingly defender. They didn't let him walk in right away, and they're going to make the Rams work for the other touchdown.
Yeah, New Canaan running the Wildcat. They're going to do that a lot tonight. They've done it in previous games. You put Benevento in the backfield, line him up at quarterback, and this is just the start that New Canaan needs.
And we have in the huddle here Luke Reed. It's going to be already the 3rd player. I think that's going to be under center.
Yeah, and you talk about it, New Canaan, part of what separates them from the other teams is their play calling and their ability to use these skill positions and really run the ball as Luke Reed is going to walk in. Looked like he was untouched there for a 6.
Good play there. New Canaan always relies on that jumbo set with 4 people in the backfield. And there it is, strikes again. The Rams extend their lead now to 13-0.
Yeah, you got to give credit to offensive coordinator Jimmy Nugent, just coming up with these great formations. It's almost tough for any defense in all the state of Connecticut to stop New Canaan on offense.
Yeah, you talk about it, Luke Reed going behind center after Benevento went behind center and Robinson. So you see 3 different players taking the snap as Tucker Stevens going with the kick. And that one is good. Rams up 14-0. Just about 4 minutes in. They find themselves in a really good position so far.
Yeah, we talked about it, right? Killingly now. Now they're down 2 possessions. And now they're going to have to start catching up and get that passing game involved. And let's see what Sumner can do here to hopefully find his teammates here and get some completions going. He's not having that bad of a season, and hopefully he can keep that going in this first round of the CIAC playoffs.
After a quick 3 and out and a sack by the Rams defense, go out and Tucker Stevens is going to kick it away. But if you're a Rams fan, you like to see that opening possession, kickoff return touchdown, and then Luke Reed walked into the end zone easily.
Yeah, if you're Killingly, you got to get Soren Reef involved in this game. But if the New Canaan defensive line, if they just keep putting pressure on Killingly, they're not going to be able to get things going, which has to force to spread out the offense a little bit more, which I don't think Killingly's will be able to do.
Yeah, I think if you can't get Soren Reef involved in the run game, I think you should try and do what New Canaan's doing, right? They motion Cooper Smith out. They got the ball to him on the pass. I think if Killingly can start doing that, I think they'll have a lot more chance for success.
As Tucker Stevens is going to send this one away out to Hayden Reef.
Actually, I don't think that's Tucker Stevens. That's number 15, Simon Chakaroff.
Simon Chakaroff to Howard. Howard on the return, bottled up by the Rams defense.
Yeah, I think for Killingly right now, if you're going to target your receivers, I think one of them has got to be Aiden Lamont, right? 11 receptions, 222 yards, and he has 2 touchdowns this year. Best receiver for Killingly. You got to find him in open space, but expect the New Canaan secondary to be all over him.
Yeah, and if you're Killingly, you can't keep trying to run the ball up the gut. That's not seeming to work so far. Obviously, the Rams are probably the best team they've faced all season, and you can't expect to run the ball right up the other team's throat. You got to throw it to the outside. You got to do something special with it. Another handoff to Reef.
They try to use their own jumbo set with 3 men in the backfield, but that does not go anywhere. New Canaan 3 for 3 on run stops there, holding them at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this is the problem for Killingly, right? If you have 2 fullbacks and 1 running back in the backfield, I mean, pretty much everyone knows that. That's just going to be a run up the middle. So New Canaan, super easy for them to stop that.
And New Canaan can stack the box like they did against Brian McMahon. We talk about it. They have a running back of themselves, Jaheim Daniels, and New Canaan bottomed him up, and he got nothing.
Yeah.
Which was the first time he had seen that. As there's the pitch out to Reef.
Good open field tackle there. He had a lot of green grass in front of him. The New Canaan defender was able to get the stop. It looked like it was Connor Mazza there who got the diving effort to take him down. Let's take a look at this replay here. The tackle by Mazza.
On Howard.
As you can see here, they got the fake to the right, pitch out to the left, and Mazza is able to get the diving tackle to make him fall.
Here's the other handoff to Reef. Or not Reef. That is Howard again. Really trying to figure out what they can do. Hayden Howard. Got the ball twice there. It looks like Killing is trying to mix it up and not give it to Reef every single time.
Yeah, I mean, I think New Canaan's just been able to bottle them up perfectly, though. And that's the thing, defense into special teams, right? If you can just force enough stops and be able to punt the ball back, you got Alex Benevento, one of the scariest guys in the league.
It's almost blocked there. As Benevento has it, he's going to take it up near the sideline. Benevento's able to cut the corner, and he's just going to run out of bounds there at the 18-yard line. Good return, good field position here for the Rams.
Yeah, smart play by Benevento there. Not trying to do too much. Caught the ball right in motion and brought it up the left sideline. Able to find some green again and out at right about the 18-yard line. That's going to put them in the red zone. You talk about great field position. You saw that a lot against Darien. They were getting field position at least at the 50-yard line in their opponent's territory, and they were just able to convert. You see much of the same so far today.
Yeah, we're not even 6 minutes into this first quarter. If New Canaan can make this 21-0, almost a perfect start, just like in their last game against Darien.
Hopefully they'll get their younger players some more reps here in the first round of playoffs where there's more pressure. So
there was Robinson lining up and pitches it to Smith. Smith to the outside.
Yeah, jet sweep there to Cooper Smith. Didn't really see that against Darien, but I think when you have that a little bit extra time, you play your rival, you beat them, you can kind of open up the playbook a little bit. You saw the jet sweep right there to Cooper Smith.
And obviously we talk about Cooper Smith filling in here as we look at the replay at the jet sweep. He's able to get away from number 26 and break the corner after getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
Yeah, forced outside by Hunter Howard. Killingly going to take the early timeout.
We got a good start here. I mean, we talk about how Cooper Smith is the backup to Dylan Pryor, but he's out. But I love the way the Rams have gotten him involved early in this game, especially with 3 touches already. think this is a good start for the Rams and getting him some more confidence in himself, especially in the playoff games.
Benevento really doing everything he can so far to support this Rams team. And Reef on the other side, not able to find any open space, as well as number 32, Hayden Allard, who I think we'll call his name a lot, as they're trying to mix things up.
I think in the red zone for New Canaan, you got to watch Luke Reed here, right? We've already seen him line up in the backfield at quarterback. You know, he can play tight end, wide receiver. I said in the Turkey Bowl pregame show, he's kind of a Swiss Army knife, like a Taysom Hill, right? He can play almost anything. He gets a lot of touches in the red zone, so watch out for him here.
There he is in the slot.
To see Reed in the slot with Robinson. And next to him is Cooper Smith in the backfield. And there's the fake pass.
Beautiful.
And the throw.
Alex Russi in there with the touchdown catch.
Dart from quarterback to quarterback. Alex Russi and Luke Robinson both have split snaps this year. Russi there with a great catch from his teammate Luke Robinson to extend the lead 20-0, awaiting the extra point.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Russi, that's only his 7th catch on the year, but it's the 2nd touchdown for him. Love the play call from New Canaan, running the RPO, which has been taking over football these last couple years, right? The run-pass option. If you want to hand it off to Cooper Smith, if you like the gap, you got it. But it's about the quick pass over to Alex Russi, and it's another touchdown for the Rams.
And here's Tucker Stevens going to attempt his 3rd extra point.
There's a flag on the field there before the snap.
And that one went.
It's like a false start on New Canaan. That's going to bring him back 5 yards.
That went right through the uprights. You'll go back 5 yards, and you talk about how easy that touchdown pass looked. And that's what happens when you're able to set up that dominant run game. You know, you can use it to your advantage, fake, run the RPOs, which we see them do a lot. They run a lot of jet sweeps. They mix it up.
Yeah, I think also using the height of Alex Russi is so key, especially in the red zone, right? Taller than almost all the defensive backs on Killingly. If you just give him a shot in the end zone, probably more than 50% chance he's coming down with that, as you just saw in the last touchdown.
And here is Tucker Stevens with one. And that's going to be good. 21-0 Rams.
Replay here of the RPO. Good fake handoff and just a dart right above the head of the Killingly defender where only Russi can get it. What a throw and what a read there by Luke Robinson.
And you talk about how fast that ball came out of his hands, Bell. You mentioned that, you know, got the ball, faked it, and right away threw it. Dime to Russi.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even seen, you know, Luke Robinson target guys like Andrew Esposito or Will Langford. So there's still so many more options for New Canaan. They've barely opened the goodie bag tonight.
Here we go. We have Chakarov again kicking off, I think. It's good for New Canaan here to get some reps in here for their other kickers, for also their wide receivers. I think this is going to be a good game for them, especially to feel that playoff atmosphere. Here's an example right here of Simon Chakarov.
Chakarov going to kick it off to either Allard or Reef. And you talk about Killingly's got to get a spark of energy here. Though it's 29 degrees, they need to heat up quickly.
Yeah.
As the kick away.
Oh, go for the onside kick, but Killingly recovers it at the 50-yard line. Gutsy call, especially when you're up 21-0. Looks like New Canaan just wants to run up the score right now, but Killingly's going to get some excellent field position and hopefully get them on the board.
Yeah, John, you mentioned, you know, Killingly needs to warm us up. I mean, we have some extra hand warmers in here we could probably give down to them, but when you're down 21-0, 6 minutes left in the first quarter, you need the spark, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and that was Hunter Allard there on the return. Ball kicked right to him by Chakarov, able to recover it.
Another jumbo formation here. 2 people in the backfield.
It's the snap. Handed off to Reef.
Oh my God, he's gonna get absolutely nowhere. 5 New Canaan defenders there on the tackle. He's going to barely get back to the line of scrimmage to get a 2nd down and 10.
Seems like every time Soren Reeves got the ball, it's either stopped at the line of scrimmage or he's about 5 yards back from it. This New Canaan defensive line doing an excellent job so far this first quarter.
Talked about how he has a 7 yards per carry up to this point in the season. I think right now he has 5 carries for 0 yards right now, and I think this is really going to hurt his average. But despite that, he's having one heck of a season.
There is the fake handoff. Rolls out. And Sumner able to find his receiver, Allard, there. And that's what they need to do. They need to move away from that run game a little bit to fake the handoff to Reef, roll out, and find Howard.
Yeah, I mean, the rare pass from Killingly there, but if you're Quinn Sumner, right, it's just about making these quick decisions. I probably expect a lot of play action, draw that New Canaan defense in, and then you got to find your open man.
Yeah, and Wallace lining up on the outside. Another pass to the outside. What a tackle there by number 21, Connor Mazza. You mentioned him. Great open field tackle again.
Yeah, I like that. I like that play call there from Killingly, right? We talk about how the run game's not working, 0 yards right now in the game, but Killingly able to get 2 quick passes and get it into New Canaan field position. I like the way they're shaping this drive right now. Get Quinn Sumner more involved and get him more comfortable in this pocket.
Yeah, Lamont trying to do something there. There's a handoff to Reef, muscling his way forward and stopped.
Talk about that Derrick Henry body, right? He was met at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to bounce it outside and carry them to the sideline for another 5 yards as we take a look at this replay here.
And that was Michael Harris on the tackle on Reef. Michael Harris not giving up on the play.
Captains there, Alex Benevento. Oh, no, that's not Alex Benevento. It's
Thomas Garcia.
64 and Thomas Garcia.
3rd and 4. For the Redmen, you got to convert here on these, 3rd and shorts.
Yeah, you talked about it. They found themselves in the 3rd and 11, really deep in that 3rd down territory on their previous 2 drives, and now they find themselves with the workable 3rd and 4.
Handoff, and it's going to be short of the line to gain here, 4th and goal. I think if you're Killingly, though, now you have to kind of go for it. You can't settle for field goals. It's still going to be a 3-possession game here.
Yeah,
maybe they are going to go for
maybe
it.
A little short of 4th and goal. We're only on the 31, so 4th and 1. You got to get this here. 48-yard field goal in these conditions. You're just not making that. So smart decision.
The wind is picking up here on this cold Tuesday night as Killingly's lining up in their jumbo set.
Toss outside.
Great play call.
There's Reef finding a hole, able to really break tackle a little bit, get an extra 5 yards. Reef with a good gain there on 4th and 1, going to put them in much better field position now. You can look, if they need to, they can settle for a field goal, but that's not what they want.
I love that play call there. Quinn Sumner, he kind of fakes it to the fullback and then just pitches it right out to Soren Reef. Great play call there.
And a good tackle by Luke Bopp. Another great senior on this Rams team.
Another pitch out to Soren Reef. Stuffed.
What a tackle there by Connor Mazza. Connor Mazza bringing his best tonight. Talk about it. Connor Mazza able to make the #1 runner in the state look like he's not the number one runner in the state.
The junior corner here on the tackle, not afraid to pursue Soren Reef. He barrels him and gets him to the ground.
And it's not easy to tackle a 5'10", 210-pound guy.
Pass for Killingly. Got him.
Wide open. He breaks a tackle.
Sumner
and it looks like he
reached
in.
They're marking him just short about the 1 yard line. Thought he had the reach there. Ref saw him out there, but the great play call from Killingly. Starting to get a little momentum in the end of this first quarter.
Looks like passing the ball here is working for Killingly. It's going to be 1st down and goal from the 2-yard line. I would expect a Soren Reef handoff here.
Yeah, I was about to mention that, Ethan. I mean, I might just have to put the whole life savings on Soren Reef getting the ball. Now I really hope he does get the ball here, so we got to see.
They're running another jumbo formation. It's going to be a handoff, power to the right, and he's in. Touchdown, Killingly. They're going to cut the lead down to 2 possessions here to possibly 21-7 awaiting the extra point.
And that is 36 touchdowns on year. That is his 36th. What an impressive run there. Set up, though, by the pass to Howard from Sumner. Sumner playing a solid game on this possession, and that's what they need to do. They need to repeat. Now they need a big stop from their defense.
Yeah, finally some life from Killingly, but I want to go back to that 4th and 1 when Soren Reef got it on that pitch play. That really set it all up.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about that pitch on that 4th and 1. They ran that same play on their previous drive, right? And that was their biggest gain that was the biggest gain of the game up to that point. And I think that those outside pitches, getting him in open space, just rumbling down the field, it's hard to tackle him in those spots. And I think that's really what's going to set up this type of comeback, possibly.
Yeah, you saw them the first 2 sets. They really tried to run the ball up the middle. and that was not working at all. But then once they tried to move the ball to the outside, get a little motion in there, mix in a pass on the third or fourth play, get something going, use Sumner's arm a little bit, they were able to find something.
Yeah, I think New Canaan now, how are you going to respond, right? You give up a touchdown, all right? You're still up by 14. This is a key, really possession for New Canaan. If you can go up 28-7, really get that momentum right back.
And you talk about it. If you're Killingly, you really don't want to kick this ball off. I'm going to be honest, I would never kick the ball off to Alex Benevento. He's too dangerous. He's just shown it time and time again. You saw him on the punt at the 50-yard line. He brought it up to the 18-yard line, which meant you set up the Reed touchdown.
And the kick return.
He had the kick return touchdown. The first play of the game, like he did against Darien, did 2 games in a row.
See if they pull off a little bit of trickery here. Maybe try and get a quick onside kick here.
I mean, eventually, at what point do we stop kicking the ball to Alex Benevento? I think these teams start to evolve. You still got Cooper Smith back there, so we'll see how this kick will go.
Yeah, and this is number 6, Cooper Logie.
Do a little chip shot there.
There's the pooch kick.
Oh my goodness. Able to break tackles and rumble all the way into Killingly Field.
Yeah, that was the defensive back, Michael Smith, on that kickoff return. I think now maybe if you're on the special teams, you got to expect to start to get the ball now. Probably not going to kick it deep to Benevento, so all those guys got to get ready as Michael Smith was right there.
And Michael Smith able to receive the ball. And sets them up in good field position. You talk about it, already in their opponent's territory.
We have Robinson at quarterback here for this play, as Rusty usually comes in at some point.
Robinson next to Cooper Smith, which you see almost all the time. And there is the handoff to Cooper Smith.
And he's met at the line there by the D lineman, Devin Exarolius. The 5'10", 255-pound senior there. We got a replay here of that tackle. Just quick handoff up the middle, but he blows up the play there. Good stop. Hurts the New Canaan momentum. Let's see if they can get it back.
And a good tackle there. Here's the next rush. Right back to Cooper Smith. And met almost at the line again. Maybe able to get a couple yards there. Maybe 2 or 3. That's going to set up a 3rd and 5, I believe.
Yeah, 3rd down for New Canaan. Now I think you got to expect a pass from Luke Robinson, right? A little drop back. But all those receivers, right? Russi, Langford, Esposito. You still got Luke Reed, so lots of options for Luke Robinson to find.
A good tackle by Anthony Oates, 6'1", 220-pound junior.
Looks like Robinson's changing the play here. Cooper Smith shuffles to his left.
Saw something he didn't really like. As here's the quarterback, Keith.
And Robinson has open field.
Wide open space. Finds some area to run and takes it.
Yeah, the read option for New Canaan. Most times you think of a read option, you think of going off the left or right tackle, but I love the play call there. It's the read option up the middle for Luke Robinson. As you take a look here, almost try to get him jumping that hard count a little bit. All right, maybe we'll take it back a little bit with the play, run the read option when you motion Cooper Smith over. Love the play call from the Rams.
Yeah, and that was just an all-around solid play on a 3rd and 4. You see the amount of yards they were able to pick up. That's what you can't have if you're Killingly. As Robinson drops back in the pocket, rolls out. The pass to the middle.
It's caught.
Yeah.
Looks like it was almost going to be intercepted.
I thought that one got picked off there, but I mean, hey, the pass worked. I mean, just finding the window there from Luke Robinson. First catch of the night for the senior Will Langford.
Yeah, and Langford has talked about how he wants to get the ball more. And there he goes, gets the ball on a rollout from Robinson. Robinson able to find Langford for an easy gain. That's going to set up another 1st and 10.
You have Luke Reed here in the backfield. He's always dangerous when they're in the red zone. Robinson
again
on the keeper. Bounces outside, and it's going to get tackled at the 4-yard line. Looked like he had nothing, but he was able to escape the pocket.
Yeah, another keeper for Luke Robinson. I think when we think of these quarterback runs, it's normally Alex Russi, right, on those quarterback powers. But, Robinson, he'll run the ball occasionally, so that's something you got to see. 34 carries, 90 yards this year. Has 3 touchdowns. That was just the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, and the Rams are fortunate to have 2 big QBs in Robinson and Russi. Both have size, really both mobile. You talk about it, people say Rusty's a little bit more mobile, but Robinson can hold his own. Both really doing a good job so far. Obviously, quarterback to quarterback for the early touchdown pass. We are going to take a break after this quick message about the New Canaan color drop.
Support the NCHS Scholarship Foundation. Purchase a golf ball. Someone will win a brand new 2024 Chevy Colorado. The NC Color Drop will take place March 24th at Waveney. Check out the truck today, located at the entrance of Denny Stadium. Already have a truck? There are 11 other great prizes too, including a $2,000 gift card to Walter Stewart's Market. All proceeds will go directly to NCHS graduates who rely on financial aid to help pay their college tuition expenses.
Welcome back as we are going to start the second quarter. Rams up 21-7 in the first round. The CIAC L playoffs, and the Rams playing really so well so far.
Yeah, they couldn't have asked here for a better start. They're up 21-7. Luke Reed here to receive the snap in this jumbo set.
Jumbo time. Here we go.
Reed takes it right, blockers out in front of him, gets to the edge and into the end zone for another Rams touchdown, his second of the game.
Yeah, and that's Reed going in, and that's his second touchdown untouched. I mean, what a great job by the Rams blockers and a great play design there. Reed able to get into the end zone. And that is 28-7, hopefully, if Tucker Stevens can hit that extra point.
Yeah, again, New Canaan from the jumbo set. I think that's something so good about in the arsenal of New Canaan, right? And another thing that New Canaan does, we saw it against Darien, not yet tonight, is the tush push, right? Luke Robinson can take it on the tush push, but it's also the fake tush push over to Alex Benevento. We haven't seen that yet, but there's a whole bag of tricks for New Canaan.
As Tucker Stevens is going to attempt the extra point here. As went 3 for 3, and that is 4-4-4.
Let's take a look at this replay of the Luke Reed touchdown here. Right away, has blockers in front of him and just gets into the end zone untouched. Free touchdown there from Luke Reed. Give credit there to his teammates all out there to block every single Killingly defender.
Yeah, what about that block by number 7, Michael Smith? Talked about it. Really playing a great game so far, along with Connor Mazur. Really the entire defense and offense operating to the best of their abilities so far.
Yeah, 28-7, just the start of the second quarter. So it's about the Killingly response, right? We said it about New Canaan. How are they going to respond from giving up the touchdown? They respond with 7 points of their own. So now, if you're the Redmen, you got to imagine it's going to go through Soren Reef again.
Yeah, we talk about it, right? I mean, we talked about the balanced offense of the Redmen, right? They like to run the ball, but in this game, or on their last drive specifically, they were able to keep their offense balanced. They had a few pass plays, all of them which were completed, and they set them up for an easy touchdown there to cut the lead down to 2 possessions there, and hopefully they can do that again on this drive.
And here is Allard and Reef waiting for the kickoff from Simon Chukarov. Kickoff's going to Reef. Never mind, that was his teammates stealing the ball from him, tackled by the Rams at the 30.
Yeah, so now the New Canaan defense, stepping on the field. We've seen turnovers from these last few games, not yet one tonight. I think it's New Canaan. If you can get it over to a 4th down, just try and stop the Redmen at all times. But it's really just all kind of aspects. Ryan Barnard obviously playing, was dealing with a little bit of an illness this past weekend, but he's healthy tonight. He's been looking great so far.
Let's take a look here. I think a key for this drive, right? If you want to get the run game involved, pitch it outside. When you look at the front 7 here for New Canaan, they got a lot of big boys there and that are able to just take them down. But when you have smaller people on the outside compared to Reef's big body here, it's easier to get it outside and break more tackles. As they try to
handed
do that
off
here.
to Reef and completely bottled up at the line of scrimmage, not able to gain anything.
Yeah, Chakarov and Michael Smith on there. So we've seen kind of double trouble from Simon Chakarov tonight, right? He's been the kicker, kind of surprising us a bit. Tucker Stevens still in the extra points. But Michael Smith, obviously, one of the leading tacklers for the Rams, making another good stop.
I think it's a Marinelli decision to have Chakarov take the kicks. I think he can get a little bit more distance than Stevens in more recent games here. ISO
There's
formation
another
here.
handoff.
Thomas Garcia blown up by the senior captain. He's going crazy, losing his mind. Beautiful scope out by the senior Thomas Garcia, just finding the little reverse.
And that play was blown up as we get a replay here. Ball was snapped. tried to get cut back.
Camera even lost it because of how hard a hit was by Garcia.
What a hit there by the senior captain, Thomas Garcia.
3rd and 18 here. Jumbo formation.
Pass.
It's gonna be a pass. Hit while throwing. It's just going to fall incomplete. Great defense there on that drive by the New Canaan Rams as they answer back, and now they're going to get the ball back. But on these punts and kickoffs, right, if you're Killingly, what do you do here? I mean, you have Benevento in the backfield. You're obviously not going to go for it. Where do you punt this to?
I mean, you really just got to go coffin corner. Just try and pick a sideline. Hope you get a roll out of there, because if Benevento's going to get that, that's at least 20 yards putting New Canaan back into great position.
Yeah, and not able to find anything. That's what happens when you're put in those 3rd and long situations. New Canaan defense swarming them. As Benevento receives the kickoff.
Oh, good
What
tackle
a
there.
tackle there by number 40, Anthony Oates. Really good tackle on Benevento. Obviously, Benevento able to find space early on in this game, not able to find space.
We got a flag there for maybe unnecessary roughness there on the tackle. So he may have been a little bit extra there. See what the refs signal here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Rams, too.
On Canaan. Benevento looks heated coming down to the sideline here. I think he wanted a penalty on him. As Marinelli's out on the field here. Trying to understand why it was called this.
And that's going to be a kicker there, as that's 10 yards.
Yeah, just kind of costly mistake there for New Canaan, giving up some good field position. That's unlike, you know, a Lou Marinelli coach team. We saw some penalties against Darien, especially delay games, which really hurt New Canaan. Obviously, still winning the game, but you just don't want those unnecessary penalties.
That's going to put them at the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. It's Robinson over to
Russi again.
Russi, and Russi able to find space.
Oh, the
Breaks through
speed.
the defenders. Russi into the end zone, and that's a one-play offensive possession. You see every so often. Obviously, he had the 81-yard rush last game, and then he has 2 touchdowns on the day. The pass from Robinson, and then another pass from Robinson, and able to break tackles there, use his speed to get through those 3 defenders. That's another touchdown for the junior.
We talked about the speed of both these quarterbacks, and we see it there from Alex Russi. The quick screen play there. Use burst of speed to get past 3 defenders, and that quarterback connection is still alive.
A little deja vu from New Canaan right there. Darien, Alex Russi, first play touchdown right here, you know, against Kinley. It's another first play from scrimmage touchdown right there for New Canaan.
So we have Stevens here for the extra point. Make that 5 for 5 on the day for him.
And that is money. 5 for 5. Rams up 35-7 as we get a replay. Quick turn. Ball out of their hands and to Russi, and Russi able to do with it. Able to get past those defenders, find some space, and then convert. So that's another touchdown for the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, right on the 30-yard line, Alex Russi just really turned on the burners. There's no shot of anyone on Killingly chasing him down.
Yeah, and we mentioned it, the Rams have not punted the ball yet. And they've really operated swiftly, and they're not out there for long. Their offensive possessions don't last for 5 or 7 minutes. You know, they're 3 or 4 minute drives, and they all end up in touchdowns, which is impressive.
So we have Chekarov out on the field again to kick it off. 35-7 with just over 10 to go here in this second quarter. Let's see what the Red Men here can do to hopefully respond and put some more points up on the board.
Chekarov is going to kick it off to Reef and Howard again. No, haven't gotten anything so far. As Chekarov goes to place the ball back up. And here is Chekarov going to kick it off. 10:02 remain in this second quarter. Rams already have 35 points on the board. As here's the kickoff to Reef. Reef trying to find something, gets through a defender.
It's Allard.
Tackled there.
Yeah, it was Hayden Allard, caught that right at the 15. Great special teams coverage from the Rams.
And that was Thomas Garcia, who blew up the play on the previous possession, able to get the open field tackled on Allard. And man, Garcia having a day so far.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he is a senior captain. He's going to be the leader of this defense here. And he shows there on that last possession and on that punt return, that jumbo formation here. And there's a flag. Most likely a false start here. And no, it's going to be offsides on defense. Yeah. It's going to help the Redmen here by pushing the ball at 5 yards. 1st and 5.
Again,
And you'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, Killingly's going to take that, but again, another unnecessary penalty for New Canaan. You got to clean that up, especially once you get in the semifinals and even hopefully to the final.
They're getting a little antsy here. They want to try and get this ball back to their offense as fast as possible. Jumping the snap a little bit too early. Same formation here with 3 men in the backfield. It's going to be a toss to the right side to Reef.
To Reef.
And he gets a mean stiff arm there to help get him an extra 2 yards.
Yeah, Chakarov kind of held his own there, though, getting the stiff arm from, the big back Soren Reef. But, hey, credit to Simon Chakarov for holding his ground.
As we look at the replay here, you see Sumner trying to adjust things to flip it to Reef. And Reef really stopped. Blockers not able to do their jobs. And Chakarov throwing him out of bounds.
It's going to end up being no gain on the play there. Same formation here. See if they pass out of this. It's not. It's going to be a handoff outside to the left. Reef tries to bounce it outside. Able to break 2 tackles.
There was Sumner to Reef. Reef with the stiff arm. 2 big stiff arms. Second one not able to get completely through the defender, but that first one shoved the defender right down to the ground.
Yeah, thank you for that, Ethan. Yeah, you see the whole defense kind of getting there. You got guys like Thomas Garcia, Benevento, everyone trying to bring down Soren Reef, one of the biggest backs.
And there's only a 3-yard gain, which could have turned into many more yards. Reef not able to get those 5 that he needed. Sets up a 3rd and 2. There's the fake. Sumner out to the right side. Pass to his receiver.
It's going to be caught, but New Canaan's going to say he dropped it, but the ref is going to say he is down, and that's going to move the chains there for Killingly, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, we've seen success from Killingly with the play action passes. I think when you're down by 28, you got to keep running these play actions. You take a look at the tape right there. Just another good play call, by Killingly, just being able to find your open wide receivers.
Yeah, I think they need to get the pass game more involved here. I mean, we haven't seen that, especially when you're down 28 right now in the 2nd quarter. Let's try and get the pass game more involved. I mean, it's been working these past couple of drives.
Yeah, and there's nothing to lose now. If you're Killingly, you got to get some offense. They run another run up the middle, not able to find anything there.
Yeah, I think, for Killingly, Quinn Sumner, he's got to target his top receiver, Aiden Lamont, right? Only has 1 reception on the night. I think for Killingly, you really just got to find all your top wide receivers.
Yeah, I think that's the whole key to now to try and claw your way back into this game. I mean, there on that play, they got a good push there from their line to help get half of what they need. As now they line up, same jumbo formation here. He's going to bounce it outside to the left.
And that is Allard. Allard stopped by the Rams defense right at the 50-yard line. That's not going to get you anything there.
It's Alex Benevento there on the tackle, and Thomas Garcia. Both senior captains here who have dominated and helped bring the Rams to where they are today. 9-1 record. They are showing that right now.
You see them trying to mix things up with Allard and Reef, and neither really working. There's the flip out to Reef, trying to cut inside and swarmed by that Rams defense again.
Michael Smith, the defensive back, was the first one to get there. It looked like Soren Reef might have had the edge there. We saw it earlier on the 4th and 1 with that little toss play, but the Rams defense making another huge stop on 3rd down, bringing up a 4th down and 3.
Yeah, it looks like the offense is staying out there for Killingly. You got to go for this here if you want to try and get back into this game at all. I think we hopefully should see a play action pass here if you're Killingly, as they're making a quick change here as Allard is coming out. Sign shows going to be a pass here.
Yeah, I can't disagree with the call. You're down by 28. You just need all the yards you can get. Punting's going to do no good when you got to expect New Canaan would get another 7.
And that is Torrente coming in for Allard.
Jumbo package here. It's going to be a play action. He's got time. He's firing it deep down the field, and it's intercepted at the 36-yard line. On the far sideline, New Canaan is getting the ball back. It's number 9, Luke Bopp.
And that is Luke Bopp's 3rd interception of the year. And what a great interception there. Obviously read the pass, and there really was no option for Sumner to throw the ball there and turned it right over to the Rams. Not what you wanted. If you're Killenly, you wanted to get that first down. Now down 35-7, and you just gave the Rams another offensive possession.
Yeah, what a play by Luke Bopp. 3rd interception of the season. You remember, he had the game-winning interception against Wilton on homecoming, so he has a knack for the ball. He's always everywhere, and that is a great read by Luke Bopp.
Here is Luke Robinson rolling out of the pocket and finds Will Langford.
Whoa.
Langford cuts inside, able to get a good chunk of yardage there. And that is about 15, 20 yards, I would say. What a great play by Robinson to Langford.
Second big play of the game here. Langford getting the ball a lot now to start this first half, and I think this is what the Rams and he wanted himself. He talked about how he wanted to get the ball more, especially in crucial moments like this. And I think Robinson is listening, really trying to get the ball to him.
Here's Robinson all alone in the shotgun with some jet sweep action from Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith trying to get outside and tackled.
Yeah, you kind of keep seeing these reverses, jet sweeps to Cooper Smith, putting him in motion. You know, New Canaan, they love to put guys in motion, whether you see Esposito, Luke Reed, Cooper Smith. A lot of motion from this New Canaan offense throws off many defenses.
And you see Cooper Smith here. He's going to get bottled up by Allard. Allard with the fierce tackle, the open field tackle.
Hunter Allard on the tackle that time, not Hayden Allard. Both of them making key plays here for the Red Men.
Robinson in the back puts Will Langford in motion.
Screenplay here to
to the
Esposito.
left.
First catch of the night for the sophomore.
And Esposito breaks the tackle. Going to find some room and able to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Andrew Esposito, the sophomore, with the touchdown, able to break a couple tackles, get to the left side and able to find some room and really get into that end zone. Wow.
Yeah, you know, they call him Espo, right? Short for the last name. I mentioned him in the pregame show. He's a big part for New Canaan, right? You got to be able to get him the ball. Right, you're up 35-7. You still want to target everyone. That's the thing. You put a guy in motion. You can notice it was man coverage right when you saw a Killenly cornerback follow the motion man, so you know it's man. Get it out to your receiver. Get your blocks. Another 6 on the board.
And you talked about it, right? How New Canaan still, when they were up 28-7, how they still had so many more players that they had to get involved with the game. When you only used Langford, Smith, and Benevento there, they got Esposito on his first touch, which is a big gain and also a touchdown.
That was 2 passes out of 3 plays, which you rarely see from this Rams offense, as that makes Tucker Stevenson 6 for 6 on the day for PATs. I know we call them really routine kicks, able to get another one as we look at the replay here. Robinson looked to his right, looked to his left, found Esposito. Esposito able to break that initial tackle, and really no one to stop him as he gets into the end zone. The sophomore.
Let's talk about the yards after catch here. I mean, when you're going to look at the stats, you're going to see Robinson with not as many completions, but with a lot of yards, right? And we talked about the burst of speed from Rusty already, but what about Esposito on that play? I mean, he was able to just run down that sideline.
As we look at the Killenly band trying to fire up their team, down 7-42. We're not even at the first half. We have 5 minutes left in this second quarter as Chukarov will come out to kick it away like he has so many times so far.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the Killenly band for trying to play, but you're down 35. Not sure how much more the players want to hear that, but hey, they got to do their job, so I respect it.
Respect the fans, too, who are coming out here on this 2-hour drive on this cold Tuesday night. It's going to be a rough drive home, especially late at night.
Right.
So we have Chukarov here on the kickoff. This is 5:16 to go in this second quarter.
He's going to kick it away to Allard and Reeve, but that is we are turned by a teammate. That is number 24.
Gabriel Torrente, who gets it to the 41-yard line. A little bit of a short kick there by Chukarov. This is going to set up better field position here for the Red Men. Let's see if they can make something out of it here, especially before the end of the first half. You don't want to try and give this ball back to the Rams, though, with that much time remaining. I think you want to chew the clock a little bit
Yeah, I'd like to actually thank our statistician, Patrick Neville. He just gave me a little score update. Darien and Naugatuck, it's tied 14-14. Remember, Naugatuck's 10-0. They're the #1 seed. Darien obviously just lost New Canaan, #8 seed. But, we're in for a good game over there. So, hopefully PJ can keep us updated. 14-7, is that right? 14-7, not 14-14.
No, that is 14-7 in the Maloney game.
That is 14, yes,
New
Maloney.
Canaan wins,
Right,
they
yes,
will
yes,
probably play Maloney.
Who they beat in
played
last year's Class L championship.
Yeah.
As that ball is going to the outside. We'll see if he was inbound. Sumner was trying to find Lamont there, but Lamont was out of bounds. And that's going to set up a 2nd and 10.
Fortunate, couldn't get the feed in. That would have been a big help there, as they're still behind the line. 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line here with 5 flat to go. Rams up 42-7.
Yeah, so remember, New Canaan, if Maloney wins, they get them in the semifinals. Obviously, Ethan, you mentioned, played them in the final last year. I was on the call for that game. Very cold. Wasn't able to get any hot chocolate, unfortunately, which I wish I did. I'd love to have that tonight as well. But, a little warmer in here than it was in the state final last year.
Yeah, I'd like to give a little bit of credit here to all of our cameramen and camera crew.
Oh, dear.
As the quarterback falls over, but he's still able to get it to Soren Reef. Looked like he tripped up after handing the ball off, but he's able to get a decent gain out of it. Let's call it a gain of 6. It's at the 45-yard line. So take a look at this replay here. The ISO formation under center. Inside handoff. It looks like he just trips under his own feet. But Reef is able to keep the play alive, get a good gain out of it to set up a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, Reef broke a couple tackles there, able to get those yards that were needed. Obviously, you don't want to find yourself in those 3rd and longs, and was very close to finding another one there. It's another handoff to Reef, bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Carter Seipel was in that tackle.
Lightning quick there, as like we talked about it, the D line for New Canaan. So special, as you have Miles Chisholm, who's committed to Washington and Lee. And obviously on this replay here, we're going to have the Denison commit, Carter Seipel, who meets him at the line and takes him down right away.
Another Class L update. Shelton is tied 14-14 with Newtown, so that's an interesting score. Obviously, New Canaan only loss on the season is to Shelton, and Newtown head coach Dan Farina, former offense coordinator here at New Canaan.
Yeah,
oh my goodness!
The pressure there. The Rams bringing the pressure.
Simon Shakarov there. My goodness, the Rams are everywhere on this field as we take a look.
Yeah, right off the edge. I mean, is that Miles Garrett? No, that's Simon Shakarov. But, I mean, I could see the comparison right there. Lightning quick off the edge. Surprised I didn't see a fumble right there from Quinn Sumner. And pretty impressive holding on to the football.
Good ball security there as Simon Shakarov just ran in there unblocked. That left tackle had nothing he could do about it as he was blocking #2, Brian Barnard.
Yeah, Shakarov was not touched there. Straight line to the quarterback and able to sack him.
Let's see what the Rams could do here with 3:32 left in this quarter. Robinson in.
Robinson with Cooper Smith to his right and decides to take it himself.
Robinson using his wheels, and he's able to get to the 30-yard line before being pushed out of bounds by number 35, Hunter Allard.
Another run there from Luke Robinson. We haven't seen too much from, Rusty on the rushing side of the ball. Obviously has the receiving touchdown, but Luke Robinson is showing the wheels, as you mentioned there, Ethan.
Yeah, I mean, we like the spread, right? We like the spread. We don't want to see it from just Rusty. We don't want to see it from Cooper Smith. We like to see it all around. So we have a timeout here from the Red Men. They want to discuss things to try and hold the Rams out of the end zone before halftime. But as we look ahead here, right, we talked about all the Class L updates, right? And we have Maloney up as, right, 14-7.
That is
and
correct.
We have the Rams, who are most likely going to take this one. As we look ahead here, I think the Rams and Maloney should be a good one if both scores hold up. It'll be here at Dunning Stadium on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we have a 2022 rematch of the Class L State Championships. That should be a good one.
Yeah, hey, so everyone that's watching here, don't tune in the NFL on Sunday. Make sure you're watching NCTV. New Canaan Maloney, maybe New Canaan South Windsor. Obviously a lot to determine in that game. Looking good right now for the Rams, however.
And if you're the Rams, you do not want to play Maloney. You want to play South Windsor. Maloney, a really dangerous team in the L's, along with Naugatuck, who is tied with Darien right now as that snap to Robinson. Robinson's got time in the pocket. Rolls out. That's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended.
good defense there by
Alex Russi.
Hayden Allard there. He was able to get his hand under the ball and swat that away. As we can look at this replay, Robinson steps up, now rolls right and fires across his body. That ball just falls short, just short of both players. He was looking for his other quarterback teammate there, Alex Russi. It's set up a 3rd and 4 here. Killingley can get a big stop.
Got Hudson Kenny in the backfield, but Luke Robinson's going to keep that one. Looks about just short of that first down marker.
I think they're going to go for it here. They're just going to quarterback sneaker, jumbo package here with Luke Reed. Keep this drive alive. I don't know if Tucker Stevens has this range. So you look at this replay here. Read option. Robinson just cuts it to the right and gets bottled up there by 4 Killingley defenders. Good stop.
Yeah, and Beretta there able to get to Robinson. Able to stop Robinson from getting that 3rd down conversion. That'll set up a 4th and 1.
Timeout here for New Canaan. They want to discuss things, figure out this 4th down play, as they are going to go for it with their offense on the field.
Yeah, and why would you not go for it? You saw them convert on 3rd down a couple of times and get chunk yardage. Obviously, they didn't convert there on 3rd down, but they've proven time and time again that they can convert on that 2nd and short, 3rd and short, and even 4th and short, and you have another opportunity here with that 4th and 1.
Yeah, I mean, especially in these conditions with the ball at the 28, you don't want to kick a 45-yard field goal right here, right? 1 yard is all you need. You got to imagine the Rams are going to get this one.
Yeah,
and if you don't get it, you still don't put them in good field position, you know. And Killingley would not get good field position, and they haven't been able to move that ball up the field.
We talked about the Killingley band, right? And the team
no.
doesn't want to hear it. It's like they're walking off here. Let's see what New Canaan decides to do here out of this timeout. The Killingley defense already on the field as we have Luke Reed running on. Looks like he's the only player that would receive the ball here. They're moving quick.
Robinson's still under center, though.
The tush push.
We're calling it fast. We're calling a first down.
And there's a flag. There's a
Oh,
flag. Did someone jump early? They tried to go sneaky there with the Eagles tush push. It's a legal shift by the Rams. They're going to get back 5.
I mean, that's the problem when you just call the play too quickly. Everyone running up to the line of scrimmage at the same time. It's going to push it back 5 yards, 4th and 6 for New Canaan. You got to imagine how the Rams are going to play this one, right? Whether it be a pass, you got to imagine maybe even a short screen out to Cooper Smith, potentially, Ethan.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the screenplay, right? They haven't really used that much. They used the jet sweep here as we take a look. Good play call there, just unfortunate. We like to call it that those penalties, right? Those silly penalties that we don't want to see here. They had a few of those here in the 2nd quarter. As we take a look here, Robinson in the backfield with Hudson Kenny to his left and trips to the left.
And they're still going for it here on 4th and 6. As you just mentioned, Robinson lining up behind center. Three receivers on the left.
Robinson making adjustments there to Hudson Kenny.
What's he dialing up?
It's going to be a handoff to Kenny on the outside. He's going to try and split in between 2 defenders, but it's not going to get there. Killingley with a great stop there, uses the penalty to their advantage and gets the ball back with 2:08 to go. Hopefully trying to get themselves some more points on the board.
And that was a good tackle by 34, Hunter.
Soren Reef.
Soren Reef.
He's playing well on both sides of the ball there, making some key stops, while also being the workhorse on the offense.
And obviously they ain't get the first down there, so that's going to force a turnover on downs. Rams will go back to the defensive side of the ball. They've really shut out Killingley so far. So there's the fake.
Oh, Garcia.
Another play there.
Looks like the Rams just know what's going to happen. They just know the ball's going to be handed off to Reef and able to stop Reef time and time again, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas Garcia, me and Soren Reef, our microphones are a little loud right there. As Thomas Garcia met Soren Reef. I mean, that's like just 2 objects that don't want to move, just collide with each other. Garcia wins that one.
Yeah, and Reef not able to find anything. You talk about it. He comes in the game averaging 237 yards a game.
Same formation here. It's going to be the
Not
same
Soren
play.
Reef. Not to Soren Reef.
Hayden Allard who makes the play and gets it all the way into New Canaan territory. They didn't go quick there on that play, but I think now they're going to try and move. And that's what they're going to do here. The refs are going to set the ball down. So we take a look at this replay here. Allard just got the space. and gets tackled there by Alex Benevento, who we haven't called in a little bit. Surprising.
You're inside 2 minutes in that first half, so you got to keep it moving. You got to keep things moving, and you got to run the ball, but you got to get out of bounds. That's the whole point. As there's the little play to Reef. Reef able to get about 3 or 4 yards there, but you need bigger gains, and you can't go to the middle. I think they've used both of their timeouts. They actually do have 1 timeout left, but you want to save that in case you can get some points. There's just under 45 seconds left in this first half. So we look at the replay there, bottled up again. There's the handoff.
Up the middle, that goes absolutely nowhere. I don't think that's a good play to call there, as they're going to call their timeout to try and set up something.
And that's the timeout at 30 seconds left. Down 7-42 in this first half. First half really dominated by New Canaan. The score kind of tells the story of this game so far, but really the bigger story is Kinley not able to get that running game going. You talk about it, we've seen some success on the passes, but what's not been working?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll start for Kinley. It's just the entire run game, as you just mentioned. I think that has to do, in large part, to the New Canaan front seven, just being able to stop Kinley on all opportunities. You know, not much. So Quinn Sumner obviously hasn't really been got going for Kinley as well.
And here, we're going to take a little bit to show our socials.
If you want to stay updated on all our Rams sports, please follow us on Instagram and Twitter at NCTV78. And in order to watch our bi-weekly broadcasts, live streams of the NCHS sports, and our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at NCTV78. Thank you, and let's go Rams!
New Canaan down 7. New Canaan up 42-7. So that was snap to
Look
Sumner,
out.
and
Ball's
Sumner
out.
gets crushed by 2 New Canaan defenders. That
Rams
looks
are
like it's going to
signaling
be
they have it.
recovered.
And they do!
Great pressure by New Canaan. We were just mentioning that front seven. Seemed like everyone got in there to Quinn Sumner. You just take a look, just constant pressure. You see guys Simon Shakarov right into the force, the big hit.
That's almost a dangerous hit there by Chakarov. Sumner basically in the middle of 2 big bodies, gets crushed and down on the ground for a second after that. Definitely something to keep your eye on. And that completely slows the momentum, puts a halt to their offensive drive and gives the ball back to New Canaan. 21 seconds left to work, up 42-7.
Yeah, now you're the Rams. You got 2 timeouts, 21 seconds. The ball's on the 46. This is not an impossible task to at least get 3 points. Obviously, you want to hope for a touchdown. So we'll see how this offense is going to respond from forcing the first turnover of the night.
That was a make or break play there, I would think, for the Redmen. I think if you wanted to get some more points on the board, that was the play where you can advance the ball here as Robinson gets the ball back. It's going to be a quick screen play here to Russi, who's going to get the ball and throw it. It's going to fall just short of Cooper Smith.
And you saw that. That was the play that Russi scored on last time. Instead of throwing the ball, he took it and took it to the house, but not able to find anything there. Had Cooper Smith really basically open, just missed, and that ball hit the ground a little bit too short, not able to connect.
I love that play call because everyone thinks Alex Russi's going to catch that wide receiver screen, run up the field, but he doesn't. Look for Cooper Smith, unable to connect.
Same formation here for the Rams. Robinson drops back, pressure coming, fires it deep down the far sideline, and it's juggled and incomplete. It was in the hands of Esposito, but the defender jarred it loose.
A little back shoulder ball there from Robinson to Esposito. Esposito not able to haul that one in. That would have been a really big, chunky yardage there. As we look at the replay, Robinson hopped it back, sat back in the zone, and then fired almost a dart to the backside of Esposito. Not able to haul it in, though. So now it's a 3rd and 10 at their own at their opponent's 47. As here's the next attempt, and that one gonna go a little bit wide.
Yeah, I see Cooper Smith and Andrew Esposito kind of talking to each other. They're a little miscommunication because they were both in the area, kind of fell right in that dead spot in between them. There's a flag on the field.
I think it's going to be a personal foul call, so it's not going to be halftime just yet. It's going to be a personal foul against New Canaan here.
That one's unfortunate. All you want to do is get inside the heat. Obviously, we talked about it, 29 degrees here at Dunning, and That's going to send them into the half. New Canaan with a dominant half, up 42-7. And you talk about everything going right so far. Killingly got to make some halftime adjustments and see what they can get going. And that'll send us into halftime, and we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have scores from around the FCIAC, around the state playoffs and FCIAC with FCIAC teams. And we'll also play sponsors right now. Thank you. We will see you in a few short minutes.
This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commission, residential, and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler of Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. Platinum sponsor, Frangio Engineering. Planning on putting a pool or addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangio Engineering can help you find a solution. Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni, Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist you with all of your automotive needs. Platinum sponsor Manfredi Jewels. Manfredi Jewels, your local official Rolex jeweler, is excited to continue carrying the finest jewelry and watch brands and welcome the New Canaan community to their newly renovated store this fall. Go Rams. Platinum sponsor Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. Platinum sponsor Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's market has supported NC Rams athletics and your entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsor, Performance Optimal Health, who proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletes in their 2023-2024 seasons. Their team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams.
Support the NCHS Scholarship Foundation. Purchase a golf ball. Someone will win a brand new 2024 Chevy Colorado. The NC Color Drop will take place March 24th at Waveney. Check out the truck today, located at the entrance of Denny Stadium. Already have a truck? There are 11 other great prizes too, including a $2,000 gift card to Walter Stewart's Market. All proceeds will go directly to NCHS graduates who rely on financial aid to help pay their college tuition expenses.
If you want to stay updated on all our Rams sports, please follow us on Instagram and Twitter at NCTV78. And in order to watch our bi-weekly broadcasts, live streams of the NCHS sports, and our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at NCTV78. Thank you, and let's go Rams!
Welcome back to Dunning Stadium. Myself, John Frieders, inside the press box with Ethan Bonner and Ryan Bell. Man, are we in for a good one? It's 42-7 so far. New Canaan really dominating the entire first half. Bell, talk to me a little bit about it.
Yeah, good it's out there, Ethan. For New Canaan, it's just been all-around dominance, right? I think it starts with that defense, that whole front seven, and the secondary, just shutting down all the playmakers for the Redmen, right? And I think going to the offensive side of the ball, it's a matter of like Alex Russi, Luke Robinson, kind of all those guys. Even when you look at Cooper Smith, really everyone's getting involved for New Canaan. I think that's just why they've been leading this game so much.
Yeah, we talked about starting the game off hot, right? We said you don't want to let Alex Benevento get that first kick return right off the bat. And what happens? Alex Benevento gets the kick return right off the bat, and that just sparked the entire half, getting them 42 quick points. As you can see there on the screen, 42-7. But besides that, let's look at other Class L, LL, and M matchups as we have an upset alert here at halftime as the 8 seed Darien, who New Canaan beat in the Turkey Bowl 31-17, is up 14 against the number 1 Naugatuck team. And then you have the number 3 Maloney up 14, 21-7 against South Windsor. The winner of that game would probably play New Canaan here if they end up holding on.
Will play New Canaan. Yeah.
Will play New Canaan. Yes, thank you, Ryan. As if Maloney would win, it would be a Class L finals rematch, as New Canaan pulled it out last year. And then you have Shelton, which is the only team that New Canaan has lost to so far this year, down 7 against the number 4 Newtown. As we move to LL, you have Fairfield Prep on upset alert as well, as they are the 8 seed up 9-6 against the 1 seed Staples. As we look at M, you have Wilton up 21-13, the 3 seed against the 6 seed, also at half. And then Greenwich, who is the most dominant team in LL, only up 8 against Stanford, who's been a little bit shaky throughout the year, as we would expect Greenwich to be up a little bit more. So those are some scores around the state of Connecticut as we approach the second half.
Yeah, you talk about it, a lot of FCIAC teams in action tonight. Greenwich obviously is the number 1 ranked team, or was the number 1 ranked team in the state for most of the season, and then they lost to Staples last week. So that's going to be an interesting game. Talk about Prep beating Staples 9-6. From what I heard, Greenwich nor Staples wanted to play Prep. Prep always brings it and has this kind of trend of dominance, has this continued dominance coming around the ends of the season and into the postseason, and they've been heating up recently. So a couple good games there, as well as, of course, the Darien game we are all watching because they're in our bracket, and we beat them 31-17.
Here come the Rams here for the second half. See the small crowd here that we have tonight on this cold night getting hype as the Rams run out to finish this game off. And as we talked about it in high school rules, since they are up 35 currently, we are going to have a running clock unless Killingly is able to cut the lead down to 28 with a touchdown or 32 with a field goal.
And it'll be interesting to see if New Canaan and Marinelli start to put in those backup players, get some more players that experience, that varsity experience, or if they keep sending out their starters.
We just got a quick update here as Naugatuck has cut down their 14-point deficit to 7 against the 8 seed Darien here as they're trying to claw back to avoid being on upset watch.
New Canaan dominating all around on both the lines, really just everywhere. And you talk about it, Benevento got the game off hot with that 7-point touchdown return. What would be that kickoff return? And they've been playing so well since that. It seems like that's all they needed as Killingly comes out onto the field. The Red Men have a lot of work to do, but maybe they can start to string a couple events here. Saw them get the passing game going at the end of the first half, and maybe they can get some things going.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back to some of those scores around Connecticut. I'm surprised that, that Greenwich-Stanford, this is a Stanford team that hasn't made the playoffs since the mid-90s, right? So they're, doing their best job against one of the better teams in the States. And obviously, Staples and Fairfield Prep. So this is an interesting night. It's a Tuesday night, not many people may be caring about the high school landscape, but we got some interesting ones all over the state.
Yeah, Greenwich, they started off the season such a high note, came in and really played well up until that loss against Staples where kind of everything went wrong. Just not what they wanted to see. And from what I heard, Staples just out-coached them and outplayed them, really. And you see the Rams.
Early. They're trying to just get the quick stretches in, especially on this cold night. They don't want to get tight out here. We have 2:30 until the second half kickoff is underway. Gunning Field.
Yeah, and you talk about it is freezing outside, literally and figuratively. It's below 32 degrees, literally, and it's 28 degrees. It snowed a little bit earlier today, so it's definitely cold. Just walking outside is cold, and these guys are out there playing in this weather.
Yeah, we're freezing in here, but, I feel bad for all of our cameramen outside. We want to thank Claire Pirelli. We have Anav Sahaya, producer, our NCTV advisor, Mr. Sobolski. We also have Charlie Place, AJ Polici, Andrew Muller, who all helped out today. Big thanks to them, and PJ Neville, our Twitter and stats. And also our replay guy, Robbie Williams, who have given you guys and us the chance to look at all the replays from all of the big plays of the game.
And we are in the booth here at the press box. Myself, John Frieders, to my left, Ryan Bell, and to my right, Ethan Bonner. We got a good group of guys putting together this broadcast, and the Rams up 42-7, which may be a little bit shocking, but they are the 2 seed facing a 7 seed, so it is shocking, but also it is a little bit understandable. The Rams have just dominated the run game so far. That pass game, you got Robinson to Esposito for 1. You got Robinson to Russi for 2, I believe. Cooper Smith has 1. Obviously, Benevento has.
And Esposito.
Yeah, I think he said that.
And Benevento has 1.
Yeah, but I think, most people probably are picking New Canaan. If you were to make like a March Madness bracket for Connecticut high school football, which like everyone does in the entire state, obviously, I think most people had New Canaan winning, but I think it's about these later stages, right? Whether it's Maloney in the semifinals, which you got to expect it will be, and then the final, right? With Naugatuck losing, it's going to be interesting to see how that side of the bracket plays out. So, hey.
And I think a big part of it, outside the team aspect, let's just look at the coaching, right? Talk about Coach Marinelli, how successful he has been. We had
4 letters, G-O-A-T, GOAT.
He is the GOAT coach of Connecticut. He is one of the all-time greats, especially in this state, and he has helped New Canaan get to where they are today. I mean, you have the great players, but it all starts with the coaching, right? And you lose your offensive coordinator last year, who is unfortunately with another team. And now you have Coach Marinelli here leading the pack as they are up 42-7 in this game.
And Marinelli has been coaching this Rams team for 42 years, if you can believe that. That is a long time to work anywhere, or to spend anywhere, and spent 42 years coaching the New Canaan Rams. lots of stars have come through the doors, including Zach Allen, who if you haven't yet started to vote for, you want to vote for him for the Pro Ball.
Got a safety. I got to mention that because Mr. Sapolsky's in here with us. Got a safety, 29-12 against the Browns here. I'm saying go Denver right there. I strongly agree with that. John, you're a Bears fan, right?
Yeah, I'm a Bears fan. It's definitely a tough stretch for the Bears, but a good season for the Broncos so far. Started off 1-4, now climbed up to above 500.
Yeah, 1-5.
Trying to make their push into the playoff picture, right?
Yeah.
5 straight. 5 straight for them as Marinelli just roaming around the middle of the field.
Yeah, but take a moment to vote for Zach Allen for the Pro Ball. Been playing great so far this season. Obviously played for Lou Marinelli. As it looks like they're going to get that penalty at the end of the first half tacked on at the beginning of the second half, Simon. Chakarov's going to kick it from the 25 instead of the 40.
Ball's off the tee.
That's how you know that the wind is really picking up here. Wind is not helping this cold night. It's just making it even worse. The Rams, as you can all see, they're all just standing and huddling with each other by the heater that they have. That's been their
I'd want to be,
tonight.
if I wasn't in here, I'd want to be right down there by that heater, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, no, you're not kidding, Ryan. As Chakarov is here for the kick as we are underway in this running clock second half.
And that is to Reef. Reef returning the kick from Chakarov and bottled up by that Rams defense. Looks about 5 or 7 guys swarming him. Not able to get anything there.
Let's get a little chippy out here on that kickoff. See helmet-to-helmet action there. Talking. We get the Redmen out here on offense.
I think we saw sophomore Henry Stein on the special teams there. You know, everyone getting the hat to the ball.
Let's take a look at this replay here. Breaks one tackle, but then gets swarmed by 7 under New Canaan defenders. Good second effort there to hold him from getting any more yards.
And Sumner is going to stay in the game after that big hit by the Rams defense. Going to hand it off to Reef. Reef not able to get anything there. That's definitely a story to look into. Sumner, that collision at the end of the first half was a big hit that he took on the fumble.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only turnover of the night in this game, which is kind of surprising. You imagine when you see a score 42-7, you'd think that there's maybe been 3 to 4 turnovers, but New Canaan's just been playing solid football.
We had 2
turnovers. 2 turnovers, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, that's right.
Luke
Yeah,
Bop
Luke
interception. Yep,
Apologies,
yep,
everyone.
You have another
That's
handoff
the handoff
right up
to
the gut.
Allard. That's a handoff to Allard.
Right up the gut for a gain of 2 yards.
That is going to be Reef. Allard went to the outside and Reef got that ball, tried to go up the middle and got a couple of yards. Just about 5 yards there on the rush, and it's going to be a 3rd and 5.
Ethan, you mentioned it earlier, 236 rushing yards a game. I mean, today. I mean, it's very low.
He's limited today. I think he's still under 100 as he's, or no, it's not going to be him on the pitch. It's going to be Allard on the pitch. It's only going to get a gain of 1 here. It's going to set up a 4th and 4.
40 yards. 40 yards rushing.
40 yards rushing here. Thank you, PJ Neville, our stats and Twitter operator today. It's going to be 4th and 3 here from their own 46. Looks like they are staying on the field to go for it. I don't think they're going to punt anytime soon.
No, and again, there is no reason to go and punt this ball. Really no point in punting it.
There we go. Jumbo formation here. It's going to be pitch out to the right. It's going to be Reef. He's going to journal, and he's going to get to the first down marker. It's going to be enough. Just enough. The Rams are trying to signal that it was going the other way, but the ref gave him the spot, and they are moving those chains to the left.
Maybe a little bit of a favorable spot there, but when you're down 42-7, you're going to get those calls from the refs every single day.
I mean, they're a little cold too, right? So everyone, you know, maybe you're a little woozy when making some calls, but
I think the refs are also happy that the clock is still running in the second half.
Yeah, and that's a running clock that's not going to stop.
Another quick handoff here, right up the gut. He's going to get tackled down there at the 44-yard line after a gain of 7. It's Reef again. We have a replay here of that handoff tackled by Garcia. You can just see he just gets it right up the gut, and you have Garcia who's able to drag him down. So you have another ISO formation here. Looks like a false start. That far side wide receiver got a way early jump on that play. He's going full head of steam as the Rams are going to push him back 5 yards. Back to where they started.
Yeah, I think for New Canaan, I think someone that surprised me on defense tonight is the sophomore Michael Harris, right?
Yeah.
Already has a sack this game. It seems like he's been everywhere when that ball is just crossing the line of scrimmage, so I'm really impressed by him tonight.
No doubt about it, right? We talk about all their big playmakers and their senior captains, but then when you have these other sophomores like Andrew Esposito and now Michael Harris on the defensive end, it's great to see that they're getting involved and to know that the Rams have a really bright future ahead of them in these coming years.
And that's another handoff to Reef there. Really trying to get anything that they can so far. It's been a little bit of a battle in the trenches for the Redmen. Not really able to find anything on the running game and trying to pitch it outside. Now going back to that kind of rush inside, keep that rush inside and keep working them down in the inside of the field.
Third down.
And Sumner
There's the
drops
pressure.
back, and he's going to be sacked by the Rams defense.
Rams defense has their foot on the gas still. They are not letting up. It looked like Sumner was going to launch it down the field, but the pressure got to him way too fast. And there's Walter Schmitz, the first time we're calling his name today, one of the key defenders on this D-line as we take a look at this replay here.
Yeah, I think it's just been, adding on to Ethan, it's just really been the front seven for New Canaan. I mean, we haven't really had to say too many names to the secondary. Benevento, I mean, compared to Darien, I haven't really had to call his name almost at all tonight. So I think it's just these linebackers, these defensive linemen, defensive tackles just doing an excellent job tonight.
Yeah, you talk about it, it's definitely interesting, and you see why Killingley really hasn't been able to get that passing game going as Sumner was hit again.
And it's intercepted.
Oh, you got it's Benevento. Of course it is.
Of course it's Benevento, and he's going to take that one to the house. That is a
Burst of
pick
speed.
6, and I believe that is the high school record. I believe that's the high school record
That is the high
for
school record.
everyone. That is his 5th pick 6 this season, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We're not
no.
totally sure, so
We're
don't
gonna
bet
check the
on
stats.
that.
We're gonna
Don't
check
bet.
on the
It is not
stats.
5th this year.
It's
but
third. It's his third.
It is his
in
third
the
this
stats.
year, and he has 2 his sophomore year, and that is going to be a state record.
So we have Bobby Valentine, who actually holds the record with 5 pick 6s, and Alex Benevento is just 2 short of that. That was his 3rd of the year.
Yeah, thanks to Terry Dine for giving us that piece of information right there.
And now,
is a
guys,
pick
it sets
6.
him up, right? He's got a special teams touchdown. He's got a defensive touchdown. Will he get a touchdown on all 3 ends of the ball? He almost had it last game. He got it called back on him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can do it now.
Do I have the commentator's curse? I just say we haven't really been talking about Benevento too much. Next play, pick 6. I mean, geez, I should bet. I should get some lottery numbers or something.
Tucker is 6 for 6, trying to make it 7 for 7 here. But you talk about it, that front line, that pressure on Sumner, forcing him to have to get that ball out.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't really think that ball was a little bit off where it should have been. Benevento picks that for his 5th pick 6 of his career. And that ties him with the state record holder.
And into the woods that goes. That is 7 for 7 as we take a look at this pick 6 replay. Play action, the pressure from the edges. And Alex Benevento just gets it over the top. And he has green grass in front of him. The linemen are not going to catch him. No need for blockers. And he is into the end zone on that near sideline to extend the lead to 42. The Rams are really pouring it on now.
Yeah, Quinn Sumner was absolutely crushed in the pocket. I mean, even if there wasn't a guy, in his face, I doubt that throw would be on target anyways. But Benevento, he's Mr. Ball Hawk, right? He's scoring all 3 ends. You like that one, Ethan.
I like the Ball Hawk, yes.
He is everywhere. If he had an X factor, I think it's literally almost every X factor in the book right there. Makes it 49-7.
I like the Madden reference there, Ryan. I like it.
Yeah, and if you talk about it, if he gets an offensive touchdown here, I believe he might be one of the first high school Connecticut players to ever have a special teams touchdown, a defensive touchdown, and an offensive touchdown in the same game. So you talk about a 5th pick 6 of his career, and he has just been playing lights out the entire season. You talk about it, really, the senior captain embodies what it means to be a New Canaan football player, going to play Brown next spring for baseball. As the return there by
Reef,
and that's a Reef return for about a couple of yards. And talk about it, Reef hasn't gotten anything so far, but a return there and really nothing going so far.
We have a quick update here in the Class L playoff games in the first round. We have the number 5 seed Shelton, who gets another touchdown to take the lead over Newtown, 28-21. We have a lot of the underdogs so far in this Class L playoffs taking the lead, right? We have Darien, we have Shelton, we have Prep and Double L. There's a lot of upset alerts here, but New Canaan, they are not one of them. And we also have Maloney here, who just got an update as they took a 2-possession lead over South Windsor, 27-14. And it is looking like that we are going to get a Class L rematch here in round 2.
And that was Sumner handing it off to Reef again. Really got 7 yards there on the first down rush, which is what you want to see. Maybe a little bit too much too late, though. Sumner back and hands it off to Reef. Reef finds some space, and that's going to be past the first down as there's a flag thrown.
See what the call is going to be there. But yeah, you mentioned, Ethan, this Sunday, you got to imagine if it's going to be New Canaan Maloney. That's just going to be a great matchup, rematch of the Class L final. That was a low-scoring one last year. I was there again, as I mentioned earlier. Low-scoring, so we'll see this year. Obviously, these are 2 defensive-minded teams, so we'll see how that one's going to end.
That's going to be a face mask on the Rams. That's going to move the sticks even farther down after the Reef rush here, which got them the first down already, and that penalty is going to tack on an extra couple yards. And that is 10 yards, not a couple, 10 yards for Killingley.
Now looking at the field here, you can see New Canaan starting to put in their second-string players, and that's what you like to see, right? In a playoff atmosphere, they want to get them that sort of feel, right, where there's more pressure on them. And I think this is good for them, right? When their upcoming years, this is what they want as they line up in the jumbo formation again.
They get it outside to Reef. Reef able to break a tackle. Trying to break another one.
That's Allard.
And that was Allard on the play, stopped by number 24.
That was Trey Walker.
Yes.
Junior Trey Walker in there on the stop.
So the pitch out here.
That was a good tackle by the junior.
Juke. Gets tackled on the second effort. Doesn't give up on the play. So you have another jumbo formation here.
There's another handoff to Reef. We'll get the first down there. More than 4 on the 2nd and 4. That's going to set up a 1st and 10 at about the 20-yard line. Looks like ball's going to be spotted at the 21-yard line.
Killingley gets another first down as they're stringing together a nice few plays here to try and cut down the lead. Get themselves some more points on the board here.
Sumner a handoff to Reef. Reef trying to work for those extra yards. Going to be bottled up by the New Canaan defense again.
New Canaan not letting up, right? They're not going to let up any free plays here. They're going to still keep their foot on the gas. As we take a look at this replay here. Reef originally tried to bounce outside, but then cuts it inside when he sees defenders there. He gets brought down by 4 New Canaan defenders there. Good recognition on the juke as they line up again in this jumbo formation.
Yeah, 2nd and 6 on the New Canaan 17, and see if Killingley can get any points here.
Another pitch outside.
Fake handoff, the pitch outside.
What a tackle there in the open field again. That's Connor Mazza. He's still in the game for the Rams, one of the starters behind Benevento. Good open field tackle as not many defenders can bring down Reef one-on-one when he's full head of steam. Mazza is one of those players, and he's been a key contributor on the DB side along with Alex Benevento.
We called Mazza's name in the first half a couple of times. Haven't called him in the second half yet, but still putting in the work, making key contributions as Reef gets another couple of yards. Killingley really stringing together some offense here. Maybe a little bit too late, but just really stringing together, showing what they could have done. They just needed this a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I think Soren Reef just had a tough one tonight, but it's all about that New Canaan defense, what we've been able to see from them. Kind of just not even tonight, these last few games, just I think one of the best front sevens, not only in Fairfield County, but in the whole state, really.
Outside handoff to Reef. He's going to try and get it out. He's able to break one tackle. Then he's going to be swarmed, one of them being Luke Bopp, who got there first. Going to keep him out of the end zone, but he's going to be 2 yards away from hopefully getting his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, and Reef stepped out there, trying to get to the corner, to that pylon, and get into the end zone again. Really erase that 7 and maybe put up a 13 or 14. As here's another handoff to Reef, and he does just that, getting into the end zone. And that is a touchdown for Killingly. Reef with his second of the day.
Yeah, Soren Reef, number 37 on the season. You know, still 49 to 13, you know, pending this extra point. So we'll see how Killingly is going to do here.
What a season he's had, right? I mean, unfortunately, it's going to end for them tonight. But he has had one heck of a season carrying Killingly all the way to where they are tonight. 7-3 record, dominate almost all of their opponents. So we have the extra point here. Almost blocked, but it is right through.
And Alaji gets that extra point through. That's going to make it 14-49 here. 58 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Obviously, the running clock, I believe, does keep going because it is still 35.
Right. Yep.
But a good offensive possession there by Killingly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Killingly definitely good. I mean, I think we all know kind of that meme where it's Chris Paul cuts the lead down to 42. Right here, Soren Reef cutting it to 35. But I think it's just a testament. They're still staying in the game here.
Yeah, they don't want to let this blowout keep extending, right? They want to stay back in this game. This is good for them. And here we go. The Rams getting set. They're getting a bunch of new players here on this kickoff. Get some players that they don't really see on the field more involved. As Killingly is getting their side of the field ready to kick it away. And Benevento is back there. Number 85, Bree Mazabras, to receive the kickoff.
That is Brady Mazabras and Alex Benevento.
Yeah, so Benevento and Brady Mazabras back there.
So here's going to be another extra kick, and you got to think that you got to be careful with where this ball is kicked. It could be kicked right at you if you're in that front line.
You got to kick it to Brady here, right? You don't
Yeah.
want to give Benevento the ball back. Let's see what they do here. It's going to be just a chipper there. Brady's going to collect it. He's going to juggle it. And he's just going to fall on top of it. Not able to get a secure handle of it. He's just going to fall on top of it at the 29-yard line. Good kick there as the New Canaan offense gets ready to take the field again.
Yeah, we see the sophomore quarterback, Jake Valente, is getting in there, taking out the starter, Luke Robinson, probably as well. Alex Russey's still in the huddle, but he'll probably be playing wide receiver, so, you know, giving reps to these sophomores.
Yeah, you got to think that is the right move. You don't want to get Robinson or Russey or any of your starters. Benevento, you don't want to get them injured in what will be a meaningless quarter. It's pretty safe to say that it would be a meaningless quarter in terms of playing for that next game against Maloney.
Not even going to take the field here. They're just going to let the time run out. So we begin the fourth quarter here at Dunning Field on this cold Tuesday night. The score 49-14. Rams pouring it on here.
The cheer squad's doing some push-ups over there on the other side for Killingly.
See just above the graphic there.
Gotta stay warm.
Gotta stay warm. Do anything to stay warm out there, right?
John is laughing hysterically up here. Hopefully he's doing all right.
Yeah, and here we're going to take a moment in this brief pause of action to send it to the color drop.
Support the NCHS Scholarship Foundation. Purchase a golf ball. Someone will win a brand new 2024 Chevy Colorado. The NC Color Drop will take place March 24th at Waveney. Check out the truck today.
And we are back in the action.
Little miscommunication.
So here's the handoff.
That's a keeper there by Jake Valente, the quarterback.
Yeah, the sophomore Valente is taking it on the QB draw there. You know, crowd cheering. You know, a lot of these minutes now, getting these sophomores, juniors, these guys that might not get a lot of playing time. Good to get them reps in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and when you see teams, right, versus New Canaan always has most likely the bigger team, and that's because they combine their JV and their varsity squad. So obviously they're going to have a lot of extra players that they don't play, as we see a handoff or jet sweep here to Hudson Kenny, which goes behind the line of scrimmage there. Good tackle there.
You got to take a moment to mention that tackle. It was a great open field tackle on Hudson Kenny. And that's going to put them back a couple of yards. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 9 after a 7-yard loss on that play.
See what Jake Valente can do here. Will he pass it?
Valente with Hudson Kenny in the backfield, and that's going to be looks like Fridge.
Yeah, it looks like excuse me, not Naga.
Killingly.
The other one, yeah. Thank you, Ethan. Yeah, it looks like Killingly jumped there. They were going to send some pressure on the sophomore quarterback, Jake Valente, so he's got to be ready for that. Obviously, you're getting these minutes. These are crucial minutes for your development, right? So when you're facing the blitz, you got to know to get that ball out quickly.
Yeah, right. Because when we talk about the future, right, you have both of the first and second string quarterback. You have Alex Russi and Luke Robinson, who share snaps pretty often, and they're going to both be gone before Jake Valente is. And that's going to be the person that's going to be taking over for this team in a couple of years. So getting these reps, especially in these moments where you have playoffs, it's cold, it's windy, it's good for him to get involved.
You got to think Valente might keep here, hand it off to Hudson Kenny. He's going to roll out instead.
Good catch
and
there.
Find number 35.
Ryan Brooks.
That is Ryan Brooks for the first down. That's going to be 4 or 5 yards.
It's going to be marked a little bit short. I think he got tackled just behind the line to gain, but they're going to stay on the field and go for it here. It was a good first pass here as we take a look at this replay. Play action, a quick rollout there. Just gets it high enough where Brooks can get it. Great tackle there, though, punt by number 24, Gabriel Torrente.
And now the Rams are going to send out their punt team for their first punt of this entire game.
Yeah.
And it is in the middle of, there's 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if Luke Reed can kind of get this one inside the 5, as we saw against Darien when he had that master class punt.
They pinned Darien at the 2-yard line, I believe.
Sky high kick, fair catch, and he juggles it.
Oh,
and it's picked up by New Canaan, and they are going to run it into the end zone. It's number 21, Connor Mazza.
And that is a scoop and score there by Connor Mazza. Not sure he was expecting to score a touchdown tonight, but he gets the scoop and score off the hands of the Killingly receiver.
No touchdown. Because remember, on the muff punt, when the special teams unit, I think when they down that, that's just wherever they touch it, it's downed right at the spot.
Oh, unfortunate for Connor Mazza. You can see his hands on his head. He knows he wanted that touchdown, as that would have been 2 DBs who got a touchdown on special teams. You don't see that very often. As we're going to get a replay of this. What a turn of events, as that would have been the cherry on the Sunday for New Canaan.
Yeah, I mean, cherry on the Sunday. I like that one, Ethan. But yeah, first punt of the night for New Canaan. So, Killingly, you can put your punt returner back there. He hasn't had any experience tonight catching these high balls, especially with the wind and, these elements. So it's going to be tough for him to field that one. New Canaan gets it right back. We'll see what Jake Valente and the offense can do.
You gotta talk about it. It is ice cold out there, and I'm sure his hands were frozen as that ball hit his hands and hit the ground. Obviously, it's unfortunate that once that ball hits the ground, that's where the ball is placed. But Jake Valente gets a good opportunity here with red zone positioning to see what he can do.
4 receivers, 3 to 1.
Henry Stein to his right.
Here's Valente. Hands it off to Stein. Stein able to break a couple of tackles. That's a good yard gain on first down.
Good gain there. Now that's the 3rd running back that we've seen for New Canaan, all of which have done really well. First touch there for Henry Stein as Hudson Kenny comes back in right next to Jake Valente, and that's good to see, especially for the sophomore Henry Stein, who will be the future like we talked about. We don't want to just talk about the present, you want to talk about the future and what they all have in store, and that was a good show there from Henry Stein.
Yeah, you talk about it, Hudson Kenny really doesn't get much action behind Dylan Pryor and Cooper Smith. Valente doesn't get much action behind the 2 quarterbacks either, behind Russi or Robinson. So good, really, opportunity for these guys that don't get that much action to get opportunities. And here they have one as he hands it off to Hudson Kenny. Hudson Kenny goes through a sea of Killingly defenders and taken down.
At around the 5-yard line, it's going to be another. Yep, it's going to be 2nd down here.
Yeah, 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line for New Canaan.
Jake Valente is coming off. You know what time it is.
Yeah, I actually think it might be the other sophomore, Cole Campese. See if we'll get a snap. He's running over to the sideline. Gonna get the play. We hear PJ Neville say it's Campese time. So yeah, it is gonna be Cole Campese lining up in the gun, the other sophomore quarterback.
And here's Cole Campese with Hudson Kenny to his right, and he takes the ball himself. brought down at about the 4-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and goal. But Campese really trying to take it himself there.
And boy, looking back, guys, our predictions, they have been absolutely
I didn't even make one,
destroyed.
actually. Yeah, I didn't make one, so I can't have any fault towards me, but you guys.
Yeah, ours got absolutely destroyed here as the Rams could potentially add on to it to get a 50 bomb here to extend the lead even more.
Yeah, we weren't so far off on the Killingly score. Definitely a little bit farther off on the New Canaan score. As you got Jake Valente with
Campese.
Cole Campese with Hudson Kenny on his left.
Touch pass.
And that's a touch pass to Robert Frangione.
Oh,
Our
And
NCTV classmate, Rob Frangione, get to see him get a touch.
And yeah, we need a replay on that one.
yeah, all of us at NCTV, we're going crazy seeing Robert Frangione get that touch there. Fortunately, you know, probably not the yardage he wants, but at least he's getting the touches here.
And there was
Loss of-
Frangione. Unfortunately, that's going to be -2 yards on the play. Loss of 2 yards, but that's okay.
Going for it
Yeah,
here
we're
on
going
4th and
for
6.
it. Nothing to lose at their opponent's 6-yard line.
See what Campese can cook up here.
Handoff inside to Kenny, who's going to be short.
Interesting play call there on 4th and 6. Campese just gives it off to Hudson Kenny. I understand, obviously, you're 49-14, but interesting to just hand it off to Hudson Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you want to see a throw from Campese, kind of further that development. But again, 49-14, don't blame them. Just kind of run the ball just so nothing else too much is going to happen.
Running clock. They're going to have some bad field position here. See if the Rams can do something here.
See if we get a safety. Never know.
Like
I love
Zach
safety.
Allen had
Just like
last
Zach
week
Allen.
on Sunday.
29-12, the Denver Broncos beat the Cleveland Browns. Got to remind everyone that one.
Sealed the deal with the Zach Allen safety. Good
And-
to see the alumni.
Exactly. May I add, that was a scoregami. That had never happened before in the
Yes.
NFL, 29-12.
Jumbo formation here, which we've seen all night for Killingly. 3 men in the backfield.
That's going to be a different quarterback in there. It's going to be Maddox Wedge.
There's Sorenry.
Oh, he almost breaks it loose. But he gets, but still a great gain there.
And that is the danger of Soren Reef that we haven't seen tonight, though. But if he breaks free like that, normally he ends up in the end zone. 237 rushing yards a game.
Take a look at this
As we look at the
replay
replay here.
Yeah, Brendan Wells was kind of that last line of defense. If Soren Reeve doesn't get tripped up by Wells there, I think he's gone.
And he almost put out that arm and almost got the stiff arm off. Unfortunately, was brought down. As another handoff to Soren Reef, just mauling these New Canaan defenders. Brought down there
I think you're going to see
about the 30-yard line.
You're going to see a little bit more of some gains here from Reef as we've had a lot of substitutions here as the stars have come off for the Rams, and you just have these other the newer players, these younger players fill in these roles, and I think Reef is going to start to get going here with only 2:30 to go in this 4th quarter with a running clock. It's going to be another pitch here, and Reef is going to rumble his way for a 1st down. Another gain of 6.
Maybe a little bit of stat padding here for Soren Reef. You know, going against these guys, you're still adding stats to the insane amount of yards that he has, over 5,000 in his career and over 2,300 this year so far. And here he gets a couple more yards on the play.
Made some substitutions here for Killingly. A little bit of miscommunication here. As
And
we
that
just
is-
reached 2 minutes.
That is Soren Reef going off of the field.
I think the Killingly coach is onto the field here. So he's trying to discuss something with one of his players or the refs. I think they're set now here. As the clock is still going as we reach the 100-second mark. ISO formation here. Pitch outside to Allard. Breaks 1 tackle, but doesn't get anything out of it. Tackle at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, around 3 more plays to go.
Yeah, and it looked like that was just a little bit of moment from Soren Reef and his coach. Soren Reef on the sideline. As we look at the replay here, the flip to Allard, and Allard not able to get that much on the play. But again, go back to that Soren Reef. He's a senior, so this is going to be his final high school football game. A hell of a career for the running back. a moment with his coach there on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, even the New Canaan second line on defense, they're just still flying around making plays.
Inside handoff to number 33, Joseph Mackey, who rumbles his way down to midfield and gets another first down here. 48 seconds to go. As they're going to try and go a little bit quick here. Maybe they can get another touchdown here with just these couple of runs.
Here's, we get the little close-up of Mackey.
Of the backfield here. Another ISO formation with 2 receivers split. Toss to the right. It's Allard. Allard splits 2 defenders, but gets nowhere.
That was
Number
44.
44.
Ryan Axon, the senior, bringing him down. All Allard, and that will do it here from Dunning Stadium. New Canaan triumphantly.
We're going to try and get
One more play.
One more play.
I want to see him air it out here.
Let it fly.
See a cannon. Nope, it's
We're
going
on-
to be an
we're on
inside
fullback
run.
dive. We're going fullback dive.
Fullback dive, and that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen.
And that is going to do it here from Dunning Stadium. And that is it. Rams winning 49-14. The 9-1 team going to 10-1. And the Redmen going to 7-4. And that's going to end the Redmen season. New Canaan goes on to play either Naugatuck,
No.
Maloney
or
Maloney.
South Windsor. Yeah.
Maloney, or South Windsor. The game's still being decided. But we got them shaking hands here. And one hell of a game from the Rams.
So we take a look at these couples. We have a little bit of some couple score updates here. We have Darien, high scoring game versus Naugatuck. They are still holding on upset watch. They're up 35-28. And then you have Maloney still holding that 13-point lead, 27-14 versus South Windsor. And actually, we just got another update here from PJ Neville.
Thank you, Patrick.
Windsor adds another 8 points. Or no, Maloney adds another 8 points, extending their lead to 35-14. Then you have Staples above Prep, retaking the lead, 13-9. Stanford down 7 to Greenwich, 28-21. And Wilton up 14 versus Platt, 28-14.
And none of those games are final, so we're still waiting on results. But the final here is going to be 49-14. New Canaan taking care of business and beating Killenly.
Nice job, guys.
Thank you guys for watching here. Myself, John Frieders, to my right, Ethan Bonner. My left, Ryan Bell. Our producer, Anav Sahai. We got PJ Neville on the stats. We also got Charlie Place, Claire Pirelli, and Robert Williams on camera. And our associate producer, Roman Cebulski, who is the best producer in the FCIAC.
Hands down. And he's a Broncos fan. Come on, y'all.
And he's a Broncos fan. Again, vote for Zach Allen if you have not yet. Obviously, voting just started today, so vote for him. But thank you for joining us here on NCTV. We will be back here on Sunday at 12:30, I believe, is a game set, whether it's against Maloney or South Windsor. New Canaan has punched their ticket to that game, and they will be hosting it as they are the 2 seed, and they're either going to be hosting the 3 seed or the 6 seed, depending on the result of that game. That is a wrap here on NCTV. Thank you for watching, and good night.
This game is sponsored by our NC Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commission, residential, and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler of Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. Platinum sponsor, Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting a pool or addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni, Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. Their team is ready to assist you with all of your automotive needs. Platinum sponsor, Manfredi Jewels. Manfredi Jewels, your local official Rolex jeweler, is excited to continue carrying the finest jewelry and watch brands, and welcome the New Canaan community to their newly renovated store this fall. Go Rams. Platinum sponsor Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company, serving all of Fairfield County. Platinum sponsor Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's market has supported NC Rams athletics and your entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsor, Performance Optimal Health, who proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletes in their 2023-2024 seasons. Their team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams!
If you want to stay updated on all our Rams sports, please follow us on Instagram and Twitter at NCTV78. And in order to watch our bi-weekly broadcasts, live streams of the NCHS sports, and our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel also at NCTV78. Thank you, and let's go Rams!